We are here at the scene of an intense court case between two men, Thomas Gibbons and Aaron Ogden. This could be extremely important to determining the amount of power to our federal government over our state government. Let's have a good look at this unfolding scene.
Your Honor, the defendant, Mr. Gibbons, has been engaging in trade on these rivers, which I've been using under my state license for some time. I wish to restrain Mr. Gibbons from operating on these waters because it weakened my business. Congress should have concurrent power with state governments in regards to regulating interstate commerce. When it interferes with a successful trade network, it creates conflict. Any government decision to weaken the role of a state is unconstitutional.
I have acquired a license from Congress. This license should come first. Our federal government has these rights provided to it in the Constitution to regulate and make decisions for the betterment of our economy. These are important because the economy keeps our nation alive. I move that the Supreme Court demands the support of the nation to uphold its role as the regulator.
So I see that both of you have very good points. Ogden presents the idea that the federal government is trying to oppress the state's power to regulate interstate commerce. However, Gibbons presents the idea that Congress's decision on interstate commerce should have more power and trump the decisions of state governments. Underneath these arguments, the real situation is that Mr. Ogden doesn't want Mr. Gibbons to mess up his business. However, above these little disagreements, the controversy of federal and state governments presents itself.
Your Honor, how can we be a union of states if there's one power with more authority than all of us? Should the federal government really be able to regulate our commerce if the states don't have the same power? I think Mr. Gibbons should stop interfering by trade. I demand that the government doesn't let this continue.
My opponent's entire argument stands on his flawed interpretation of the Constitution. This nation has and must have established its authority to manage commerce. This nation has undergone many travesties due to the weakness of the federal government. Shall we face more such rebellions? No. We must stand up for the laws and the power of our nation, for the good of our people and the future of America.
Order in court. I now have my final verdict. After examining both sides of the argument, I have come to the conclusion that Mr. Gibbons has exceedingly proven his point that the federal government should have more power than the state government. That is a necessary thing to regulate interstate commerce most efficiently that it can be done. Mr. Gibbons, you have won.